Yes.
The master was always there anyways?
The master is our own self.
Right.
At the end we find the master was a reflection of our own self, because we can't see ourselves, we can see the master. He eventually shows us that he was our own self.
That's what I felt.
That's the truth. But we have to start from some untruth, that the master is separate. What separates us from the master? What separates us from each other? What separates us from things is our mind. Mind is a separating agency. Mind is the thing that separates. If the mind were not there, we would not be separate. So the mind is separating, and when we cross the mind, there is no separation. The self and the master and the creator are the same at the end.
So the mind was just a confusion that came up?
The mind was not given to us to be a blockage. The mind was a computer. Mind was a very good computer, processed it so well. Input, output, it does good things. Mark can tell you more about computers. Mind is a very high quality computer and processes things so well. But mind is supposed to be used. We are supposed to use the mind for what we need. We want to tell the mind what to think. We want to tell the mind what to sense. You tell the mind what to interpret for us. You tell the mind to do this or that for us. We don't do that. We ask the mind, what should we do? If we reversed it, the mind has become our guide. I remember a little story. I think we'll end today with that little story for today. Tomorrow I'll answer more questions. The story is of a little boy named Aladdin. Have you heard of the story of Aladdin and the lamp, in which there was a genie hidden? When he opened the bottle, rubbed the lamp, and a big genie appeared. And he said, I am your slave. Master, tell me what I can do for you. Aladdin was frightened to see such a big genie appearing and saying, I am your slave. He said, go and make a house for me right out there. In 5 minutes, the genie came back, house is ready. He said, go and make a bridge on that river. In 5 minutes, the genie came and said, bridge is ready. After a few hours, little Aladdin had no more orders to give. So then he said, go and do what you like. And the genie began to give orders to Aladdin and began to take him around wherever he wanted. He was a sad person. The genie became his master instead of his slave. One day, a friend of Aladdin came and said, you used to be such a happy-go-lucky fellow. What happened to you? He says, my problem is I found a genie. He's a huge, powerful genie. He does things so fast that he's not telling me what to do. I'm out of orders. I can't tell him what to do. Everything I told him, he has done so fast. And now he's telling me what to do. He says, I'll give you a way out. Now when the genie says, what should I do? Don't say, do what you like. Say, bring a tall tree. Cut a tree and bring it. A pole of a tree. Then when he brings it, say, dig it in this room. When he dug it out, and he said, what next shall I do? Say, go up and down this tree, up and down this pole till I give you the next order. So keep the genie up and down, up and down. When you want to use it, then you ask him, genie, do that. When he comes back, up and down on the pole. The genie is our mind and is giving us orders because we have no orders to give it. He's taken control. So what do? Say, plant a little bit of Simran right here. Make the genie repeat the Simran. When we want to think, take it off. Think, do your work, put it back on Simran. That's the story for the day. Okay? We'll meet tomorrow, 11 o'clock again. Thank you.